Hello everyone, today we are going to build the most exotic base in StarRupture, and this is going to be this place in here. Is going to be another episode of like the most beautiful base location, but today we are going to go further here. And when I say the most exotic, I don't mean that you're gonna find all the resources you need there, but it's definitely going to be something. So first, let's teleport a bit closer to that location, so that we don't need to run across the map. Alright, and I think we also going to need some bullets.
Oh, gotcha.
If we want to build a little bit more turrets to protect it. And maybe we also going to need a little bit more advanced materials so that we could build at least a teleport there. I have it here. Let's take a couple thousand. That should be enough. Okay. So now we're gonna travel almost to the starting location, as you saw. It is actually funny that the starting location is actually also a pretty good place to build a base. So you don't really have like a whole bunch of resources. For example, here you can find a helium, but you cannot build there. So you would need to transport some of the resources, but in general the place is rather flat and actually pretty beautiful. But today we are after something else. And we're gonna need to go there. If I'm not mistaken, yes. So we need to go around that base. You can already see those pillars. And they are pretty much at the same level as we are, so it definitely should be possible to build around there. And like I always say, if you do not build your way let's see, building. If you do not build structures to traverse the terrain, you are playing this game in the wrong way. I think... Okay, let's see. Well, actually we do have a titanium here, and we do have a wolfram in there, and then we also have helium, but it's pretty far, but manageable. Mostly we have this new resource, which is like, what is it, the geotite, or like, I don't remember how to pronounce it correctly. We also have sulfur. We're gonna have a lot, actually. But let's see, let's first connect some of the pillars so that we could traverse them easily. And then we choose the one that is going to become a place for our core. Do I actually... I do have a heart. Okay, so we can actually build it right on top of that scanner. So I think it should be like here, because it's kind of like feels a little bit more central. to me, right? So we need to go there. If basically if the length is going to be enough. It might be a bit too far away. Yes, it is too long, but that should be. Let's maybe find another way to traverse there. That should be doable. No, still a bit too long. Let's see. I think actually what we could do is to try to do zip lines instead. That actually works. Let's see. Okay, so we are going like about there. Zip lines are also not super forgiven in terms of the distance, but a lot more forgiving than. So here we should be able to build a bridge. Oh, I can even build a bridge. Interesting, from here. I didn't know that. Cool. I think I might not need this one. I would like to cover it with bridges as much as I can, but I think that is too long. There is even a base that is built roughly in the same manner, which inspired me to try this build. Let's see. Yeah, we can reach it. Nice. So this place is not very friendly in terms of vermin. There is a whole bunch of them. So you would need to have your sniper ready. Oh no. That's not what I wanted. Gotcha. Okay. Back to building. So I think I technically can now try to do a zipline instead. Instead of trying to go around. Let's see. It might not be enough range either. Oh, it actually worked. Nice. So ziplines is the savior. Okay. So I wanted to go like right about, I don't know, here maybe, to be a bit more central. Let's see, what do we do? In places like that, I like to do ladders. But it will not really work here because of the angle.
Wonderful. The Moon Energy Corporation thanks you for your shipment. They also want to take this opportunity to let you know that no inhabitant of the Balkan region was harmed while the wind turbine technology was being developed.
Okay, nice. So safety first. Let's also build some railings. So my view of this game is that while mega bases are cool, I enjoy those structures. Like having a little bit like a messy base. So, okay, so that one is the one, I think. Let's see. Yes, that was exactly the one, but I also don't know how much it's going to cover. Maybe I would need to have like multiple on every pillar. We are approaching a place where you definitely can see a Goliath. So there was been multiple times when it tried to kill me, and sometimes it even succeeded. Okay. Let's build a core. So we kinda need to build it strategically to cover as many pillars as we can. But we're definitely going to need to place a couple. Alright. I think that would do. Next step, a power source. And a habitat. I also want to build a bigger habitat, but for that I need to build a couple of smaller habitats. And to build a couple of smaller habitats I need to build a connector. But to build a connector I need to build another smaller one, right? Where is the star? Okay, it's there. All right. Let's see. So that it's nice and even. I can even use this one. I wonder if I can build like a tile here. No. Okay. What? Again, safety is very important. Nice view. Okay. So what do we need? Corporate terminal. I thought if I wanted to be hanging on the wall, that might be it. So what? I think we need to claim something. Yes. I think I have it already. So the next one, I need generator. I need to go back now so that I could repurpose another delivery terminal to serve that corporation. Okay, let's build a balcony. So I actually would like to be able to build everything by dragging it like I can. So this one is definitely would be more convenient to build railings like that. Let's see. I technically can capture that so that I could have my own titanium resources here. And then go there and capture Wolfram and then maybe build that. But for now, I think I really need to protect my core. Sometimes those turrets actually bring more trouble than solve, because they start kind of like engaging with the vermin that would otherwise not touch us. What is why? Okay. Okay, also my usual element. I would also like the game to have more decorative elements. Oh wow. No way. Like, how much higher can it go? That's ridiculous. I did not know I can go... I did not know I can go further than 3. Well, that skyscraper is ridiculous. I don't think I like it. It might be okay with 3. Can I actually go... Oh yes, I can, nice. For a better view. Okay. So what else do I need here? Alright, but that's just basics. We need a teleport. And it looks like we kinda have place here, but it's going to be crowded, and that's not the point of that build, right? So the point of that build is to capture columns. Okay, and we can probably build our teleport somewhere here. If we are lucky enough, we will be able to even... No, I think there's no way we can stretch. I don't think there's a way we can stretch the road, but we should definitely be able to stretch the zip line. Alright, there you go. Nice and easy. Building is not stable. Well, yes, it is obviously not. So that's gonna be the place for our teleporter. Huh. Well. I mean, I can live with that. I would need to redo my paving here. So the star is there, so it's going to be... Look in this direction. Now I need to remove all those line tiles. Okay, let's call it pillars. US. Normally I use Colmac, but when I'm playing I use the US layout, QWERTY layout, because otherwise it's just not working. Okay. So now the question, if I'd like to build something else here, so what I actually could build here. No idea so far. Maybe the base core amplifier, just in case. All right. Let's rebuild our zip line.
I'm detecting increasing Raptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
I'm in trouble. Okay, but I can build my habitat here. Oh, come on. Or actually, we can just teleport into a safer place. And watch it from here.
Raptura's eruption has started. Prepare for impact. StarRupture has started. Hide. Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
I need to reconnect this to the base. We don't need no accidents in here. Okay. It's actually nice little shooting range we got here. So we can mine that stuff here as well, just in case we want to do like diversify the use of that location. So we are managed to capture like what? A couple pillars. What we can also do, we can also use those transporters, cargo receivers, to even build like some production here. So for example, we might need like a mine, not a mine, but a factory to build ammo, the ammunition. But let's see, we also need to capture all those pillars. Let's assume that's gonna be our launching state. Can we reach those pillars from here? I don't think so. Probably can from that angle. Let's check. This is something that is doable. I stuck. So it doesn't want to. Okay. We are onto something. So this is incredibly fidgety. What if I... Yes, I build a platform first and then I build that. Okay. This is working. Yay! Look at me. But we also need a platform here. And one more, and obviously we need a railing. Because safety first. Okay, there you go. So, I also need a way down there. So, and what I was thinking is to actually build like a spiral staircase. But this base is actually pretty cool. So what I kind of like despise them a little bit is that they created this nice formation, but I cannot use it because it's like an unbuildable area.
The Raptura is in
And
its
look,
stable stage. The
I see
climate
that
of our
structure.
planet is returning to normal.
I think that's gonna be like a future content. I cannot reach that. That's basically where my base is at, that direction. I basically found a place for my beautiful base by just trying to reach that. Let's see if I can build a staircase. Let's assume it will go from here. So the way I will approach it is the following. It's not really the way I wanted to approach it. So I can block it. Okay, there you go, that should work. It's a bit up in the air, but you do what you gotta do, I guess. So if I go down, I need to go further down.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
I'm not sure my single... I want my single stair to be that long though. Kinda like want this to be spiraling, but I cannot really spiral it. I mean, I at least want this to be closer to the rock, if that makes sense. So this one, well, we need to build it here so that I could build another one here, right? I don't want this to be like floating in mid-air, even if it can. And game physics does allow that. I want this to be a little bit realistic. All right. Let's make my way like this. This is extremely difficult actually to build that way. Okay. Let's build this one a bit longer. I don't think I can really... Ooh, that's a long drop with no support. Okay, let's do the following. So, but then it's rather convenient so that we can actually fix the altitude, right? Or fix like the position itself to monitor what's going on. Okay, I need to go. Can probably try to go around that a little bit so that I go like down. Let's see. I like want to go down. There is this spike that is in the way. Let's see how much it's in the way. Okay, a little bit. Not too much though. Okay, that should do. Can I build two side by side? As a matter of fact, I can. Yeah, but only so far. Can I actually run it all the way down? I think I should be able to. It doesn't want to. Okay. Almost. So probably this one will not work though. Let's see. I would also like to have more hints about the stability, like how much my structure is supported at every moment in time, and what is not supported, for example, so that I could maybe strategically place more pillars. Kind of like right to the obelisk, right to the monolith. Like, hey folks, that's like, that looks almost like an indentation. Okay. Nice. That's a long way up. Okay, I missed the height. Again? Oh, come on. I technically should be able to build from the... yes. Top down. There you go. Oh, it doesn't want to. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Gonna be floating in the air then. Okay. Nice. Alright. Let's see. What are we working with? So. We definitely can build this platform a little bit like this, because why not? We definitely don't need those. We cannot connect them anyway. I also need to load them. And I also need like a couple of rails here and there. Can I actually go under? Yes, I can. Huh. Okay, this starts looking like something interesting. I also might figure out something cool about those terraces, because I potentially can build stuff there, right? Like, for example, a power generator here and there, or maybe like a storage just for decoration. So I think I mentioned it already, but I would really love to see more decoration elements in future content, so that I could build like stuff like that tower, even if it's not functional, because like who cares, right? That's a base building game. I don't care if it's not functional. Okay, this one needs a plug. Nice. Okay, so now I can even go down. Okay, that is not safe. Let's think about what can we do
Necesito
here.
agua.
Okay, nice. Food. This one. Okay, how do you like my base? Ay, ay, ay. I don't think it is connected, because it is not. Now it is. Okay, that would be the last bits of bullets that I have, so I need to quickly go and fetch a bit more. But first, let's see what we've built already. Okay, let's do the usual. Nice. So, that staircase job, I don't think I'm super proud of it. So I need to work on those terraces a little bit more. So that part I kind of like. I think I liked how it began, but and this part is actually pretty cool. That terrace might be a bit smaller, and this one as well, kind of like a bit closer to the rock instead of like closer to the outside. That is a little bit of a nonsense, but I think I will fix it up later. But I think the most important part that it actually touches the ground, so that we can actually use it to go up. So those floating pillars are not super cool, but it is what it is. And they are also connected, which is okay-ish. But yeah, there you go. I think this is like the most exotic location you can build a base in StarRupture. And you can just keep connecting those pillars and traverse them with the zip line. Hell, you can even build like a couple of teleports. So I have only one, but you can kind of like build a bunch and maybe even go all the way to that. Oh, nice. Huh, I'm curious if that space is actually in it. Doesn't seem like it's irradiated, so that might be also a pretty cool location. So shall we go there? It's like I should be able to hop like Like here, and then there, and then there. No, I I really like it. I really like this place. I think that's gonna be my Rupture hideout. Let's see. I still have a whole bunch of resources on me, so I can keep building. It's like as a proper builder. You definitely can play this game like a bit like using base building as like as means to an end rather than the goal itself, but okay, so I actually don't have it, so I would need to go up. Yes, here and then there. All right. Probably a bit more practical would have been just to go down and then try to build like your way up there, but we are not about practicality here, right? We are about experience and exploration. Yoo-hoo! And I can like also try to roleplay a little bit. I try to understand. So what would those folks actually do in this situation? So how would they build their bases? I mean, for example, here I'm pretty sure I could be building like all the way up, but that's not fun. Oh, okay, that's oblique again, so I will not be able to easily build my way up there. So I probably should just use the zip line. We are almost there. Can even connect those. Oh no, too long. No, there should be a way. I mean, I can build a little bit. Ha! Gotcha. Okay. Let's do like a little structure here. No, not there. Conveniently, I have a meteorite here. Ha! Look, one giant pillar. Even like with look at this. No way.
What's
I
good?
really like this place. Firearm swap. Oh, a little
can
bit
use
more
this.
ammo. Okay. Let's collect it. That's a big boy. Was even 3. What?
Good stuff.
The game decided to save and I overshoot the star tiers. Well, I mean, do we have even one more? That looks like it is irradiated already. Is this the radiation? Might be. Well, but this is just beautiful. And I think the beauty of it that we covered the whole part. Let's see, what do we have on the map? Yeah, we are approaching the radiation zone, I think. So that is definitely like radiation or something similar. So I need to strategically decide. So I definitely want to cover the whole pillar with one core. We have calcium here. And then we have like wolfram down there. That's pretty much it. We don't really have anything else. Okay, but let's build a core somewhere here. So we do cover the whole pillar with it, so I don't really need to stress about it. At least this is my intuition, right? Yes. I obviously want to keep that lake intact. Maybe to build like a statue or something. How did you get here, buddy? All right. Power. Everything needs power. And we need a habitat. I should be able to unlock the big habitat now. And we need a teleport. I can technically reach that place, but that's like too many hops. What's that? Is that titanium? Yes, that was a titanium ore. I don't like that this solar panel is obstructed. All right. So you tell me, which location do you like better? Do you like this huge pillar with a lake? or you like the constellation of those smaller pillars to build the most exotic base. I'm leaning to the constellation because it forces you to use your space creatively, although this patch looks really nice. And what I like about it, that there's like a little lake, there's a dead body, like a sightseeing, if you will. And then there's like some fruits and water fruits so that you can even eat something. And maybe we could use those terraces creatively to go down again, to build like the whole sets of stairs. The monolith is pretty far away. And resources, who needs resources in vicinity when you can use the cargo launchers? But I think I'm gonna end my episode right here. Thanks for watching, and I see you next time.